Now on CoastTV News.
Growing pains, a massive development plan has people talking in Lewis. Some see opportunity, others see challenges. Lot or not, Ocean City considers a parking garage for the convention center, but some say it's not worth the cost. And pot protest, industry leaders rally over setbacks in launching legal marijuana sales in Delaware.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
More homes and commercial space making their way to the coast over in Lewis. Good evening, I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight with a public hearing for a large plot of land in Lewis. It's for a commercial and residential proposal with hundreds of homes between Beaver Dam Road and Route 9. It's called North Star Property LLC. That's the developers. They presented 3 proposed changes in front of the Sussex County Council today. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy joins us live in Sussex County. Brendan, this has gained lots of attention from locals, but no official vote was made today.
Christina, yes, today was only a public hearing, so it was only really for developers to present their plans, for people from the community to give their insight as well. And the council today looked at each of those plans within each ordinance, and gave that lots of attention to make sure everything was in line with what they were expecting. And when people came up to speak, they were speaking for both sides. There's some big plans for development near Lewis-Georgetown Highway and Beaver Dam Road. 758 homes, 94 apartments, and nearly 100 square feet of commercial space. Preliminary site plans for the North Star development were approved last October, and now 3 new ordinances are up for consideration. 2 involve rezoning, one shifting part of the land to heavy commercial, the other to medium-density residential. The third would allow 94 multifamily units, but only if that rezoning happens. Not everyone's on board. Will Albanese, who lives next to the site, says a similar project has forced his kids to switch school districts.
It seems like anywhere there's a blank plot of land, they're willing to plop a community down without any real regard to the infrastructure in place or any of the ancillary services that are needed to support these communities.
Judy Rose Siebert lives in Lewis and supports the potential opportunity for affordable housing.
We need a lot of affordable housing because, you can talk to service people. They drive over from Georgetown, from Seaford, to provide services here in eastern Sussex.
Others I spoke with after the meeting told me that their biggest concern are the roads and how adding that many places to live to such a large area, along with all the commercial space, is just going to make for even more traffic. All ordinances were deferred until a later meeting date. We tried speaking with the developers after the meeting, but they said they had no comment at that time and to just check the records because everything should be said in there. Reporting live in Sussex County, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Okay, thank you, Brendan. Well, as Sussex County grows, local fire and EMS needs are also growing. In Lewis, the fire department says if something doesn't change, they cannot afford to keep up the ambulance service. In a letter to the Sussex County Council, the fire department says they asked for more money 6 years ago. And they say they didn't get enough then and that Lewis's population continues to skyrocket. The fire company says running ambulances won't be financially possible unless they get a, quote, substantial increase.
They've allowed a lot of growth, but they haven't increased our funding. And in the past 3 years, our deficit on our EMS is $1 million.
And the fire company says it wanted to make it clear that they don't want to dissolve ambulance services. They say they've been left with no other choice. And we did contact the city of Lewis, who said it was unaware of this letter today. And this story brings us right to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, how should fire departments handle budget shortfalls? Let's take a look at the results here. Take a look at your screen. You can see 77% saying the county or the state should pay. Just a few saying raising service fees or make budget cuts, and a few of the other options there. But pretty clear answers. You can change the answers up if you want to go over to coasttv.com or use our mobile app to cast your vote. Well, this may be hard to believe after a very snowy winter, but we are in a drought again. The drought does bring fire dangers Jay Jones with the Ellendale Volunteer Fire Company says people should be aware of the burn ban rules, even if there's no official burn ban in place.
Always be with the fire at all times, never leave it alone or unattended. Always have something that's readily available, like a hose. So if you are doing it, have a hose that can reach the area or an extinguishing source to be able to take care of that.
And the Delaware Forest Service also urging caution on outdoor burning at this time. And with that in mind, let's take a live look outside into Lewis and turn it over to our first alert chief meteorologist, Paul Williams. Good evening, Paul.
We take a look. Well, you know what? We take a look at what's happening with the drought. Let me give you the latest on what's happening with our drought meter. So we actually have moderate amount of drought that's actually staying dominant throughout most of the county, but also we have just a slice of severe concern, severe drought still in and around the Lewis area, leaning up just shy of the immediate Milford area. Severe drought is what we're expecting. And even though we've had plenty of snow and some snow melt, but overall we've had more, the lack of precipitation for the most part. In Lewis, we're at 51 degrees. We're going to drop down to 47 and clear skies by 3 o'clock in the morning. Coming up, we're going to talk about when that next round of rain is going to arrive, and we might actually just need it, Christina.
Thanks, Paul. Well, cannabis industry leaders took to the streets outside of Legislative Hall in Dover today, calling on lawmakers to fix delays in Delaware's recreational marijuana industry. Although recreational marijuana was legalized 2 years ago, cannabis advocates and business owners say government delays, restrictive zoning, and the lack of a start date have left them in limbo. April 1st was expected to mark the launch of the recreational marijuana industry, but with the state's marijuana commissioner stepping down and no timeline in place, frustration is growing.
Why don't we use the regulated system that we all agreed that was a good thing, that we all worked our butts off to get going, and get it up and running so that we can actually get a high quality, competitive market.
Now, rally organizers say they won't stop their fight until lawmakers take action. The ACLU of Delaware has created a new petition. The ACLU asking Governor Matt Meyer to sign an executive order of non-cooperation with ICE for mass deportations. The ACLU says they've been preparing the petition for more than a year now.
A climate of terror for hardworking and documented Latinos or Latinas does not create an assurance that our state resources, funds, or personnel, for which all undocumented contribute by paying taxes, will be used efficiently for the well-being not only of immigrants, but all Delawareans.
And the ACLU of Delaware says they have collected 1,500 signatures so far on that petition. A Delaware nonprofit is expanding one of its resources amid soaring energy bills. Energize Delaware announced plans to offer its home energy checkup and counseling program to all Delawareans. It was previously only targeted for those with limited income, and the program includes the installation of energy-saving products and advice on ways to save energy. Now to Ocean City. If you've ever had trouble finding a parking spot at the Ocean City Convention Center, you're definitely not alone. And that's why the council had a workshop meeting today to discuss adding a parking garage there. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us what else the council covered in their master plan.
The Ocean City Convention Center may be empty now, but during events, every parking spot gets filled up, and that's true whether it's the busy season or even the off-season, something local Steve Heeman knows all too well.
I think Ocean City is crowded enough as it is.
On Tuesday, the Ocean City Council had a work session where they discussed adding a parking garage and an additional space in the Ocean City Convention Center building. The center currently has a little over 1,000 parking spots, but with the current design plans, an extra 560 spots could be made available. Ocean City Tourism and Business Development Director Tom Palazzo explains how more parking could bring in more revenue to the town.
This facility is, $60-70 million of economic benefit to town. It's year-round business. Those groups come in, and it's another opportunity to showcase Ocean City as a live, work, and play destination.
But with big plans comes a big bill, and it would cost a lot to move this idea from a dream to reality. Now, according to the Ocean City agenda, the first phase would cost $19 million. Then the second phase would cost an additional $33 million. According to the Ocean City manager, along with possible funding options, the current food tax in town would have to be increased from 0.5% to 1% to help pay for the project. Heeman doesn't want to see taxpayer money go to this and says the good doesn't outweigh the bad.
Ocean City is big enough traffic, enough people as it is. I'm sure we can use it somewhere else.
The town will commission an economic study on the project to get a little more clarity on what it would mean for the future. But until then, be sure to get to the events early because space is limited. I'm Kevin Zappé in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Well, the White House is downplaying economic fear and panic as a, quote, period of economic transition. This as significant stock market losses in recent days and a looming government shutdown, plus major concerns from the business community over a trade war. As Sherelle Hubbard reports, the Trump administration is casting much of the blame on the Biden administration.
President Donald Trump trying to do damage control Tuesday, committing to buy a Tesla, whose stock has tanked recently, deflecting from Tuesday's market sell-off, and dismissing recession fears.
Do you think there will be a recession?
I don't see it at all.
This, a change in tune from Trump's comments over the weekend when he refused to rule out a recession in an interview with Fox News.
Are you expecting a recession this year?
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition.
Those words potentially spurring the worst day for Wall Street so far this year, Monday. In 3 weeks, the stock market has gone from all-time highs to a full-blown recession scare. The Trump administration placing the blame for the current economy on the former president.
Joe Biden left this country in an economic disaster. Under Joe Biden, all net job growth went to foreign-born Americans. Real wages declined by 1.5% under Joe Biden. Prices soared more than 20% under Joe Biden.
The more likely culprit, economists say, a brewing trade war that began when Trump imposed tariffs on America's 3 biggest trading partners, China, Mexico, and Canada.
This is absolute chaos created by one person, and that's Donald Trump. Let's sit around the table and negotiate a new deal.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
And we are just getting started this evening. Still ahead, a planned protest could shake things up at the Ocean City St. Patty's Day Parade this year. But first, Center Stage, a new performing arts center, is in the works for Rehoboth Beach, with Clear Space Theater and city leaders teaming up for a potential partnership.
Well, looks like we're going to be having a partnership with some thick cloud cover by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. Overcast conditions expected, but will rain come with those clouds? I'll let you know in 60 seconds.
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FHFERP, we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Call FHFERP, FHFERP.com.
Toyota has been manufacturing in America for over 50 years. Now with 10 manufacturing and assembly plants, pushing Toyota's investment in the U.S. to $48 billion. And relying on companies right here to supply $29 billion a year in parts, components, goods, and services. Which means over 100,000 good American jobs. So if buying American is important to you, see your Toyota dealer. Let's go places.
We've been enjoying higher than usual temperatures for this time of the year, and it's been quite a treat, and we're still going to stay at least above the normal, quite right at that number or slightly above it for the next couple of days, but we are expecting a chance of rain to creep into the forecast eventually. Our Gateway Subaru camera in Ocean City, 47 degrees right now. We're going to stay in the mid-40s for most of the night as we drop down to 46 by 3 o'clock in the morning, mostly clear skies. Here's a look at the highs that we enjoyed today. 70 for the high in Salisbury, 69 for the high in Georgetown, 68 for the high in Cambridge. So that's not record setting, but that's well above 53, which is the norm for this time of the year. Not worried about much in the way of breezy conditions, in southern portions and off the coast of Jersey. but not for us officially at Delmarva. We're staying relatively quiet for right now. We're keeping a close eye on the trough and the cold front that's just to our northwest. We have high pressure that's settling in right now, and it's kind of acting as a blocking agent from the cloud cover taking over for Wednesday, but it's going to skedaddle. I always love using that in the middle of the forecast. It's going to skedaddle out of the way, out towards deeper waters in the Atlantic by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. Now, we are warmer. I mean, we're 10 degrees warmer in Salisbury, 8 degrees warmer in Georgetown, 13 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago in Ocean City as to where we are right now. So in Ocean City, we're like 47 degrees rather, 51 in Rehoboth, Indian River Inlet, and 51 degrees right now, Bethany Beach. But the dew point temperatures in the 30s and 40s. So we have a dry atmosphere right now. But as you take a look at our expectation for Wednesday, we're going to climb into the 50s for Wednesday by the afternoon, but lots of sunshine with winds coming out of the northeast. Thursday, the cloud cover overtakes the region as a whole. By Thursday afternoon, we're looking for cloudy skies persistent from Lewis Beach all the way down to Ocean City and just staying cloudy, okay, for Friday as well. In fact, as we take a look at, let's say Wednesday, 2:30, we're looking at it staying a little bit clear for us in Snow Hill, but then the cloud cover will overtake it, and we may see a couple of blips of green. That's indicating a renegade sprinkle that's going to be about 30 seconds, and then it's gone. So if you're not there when it happens and could pay close attention to it, you're going to miss it if it happens at all. Because our chances of precipitation will hold off until we get to Sunday. That Sunday going into Monday is we're expecting the real precipitation to show up. The new model run showing that by 3 o'clock in the morning, by Monday, we're looking for this heavy line of scattered showers to push through. And for most of Monday, it's looking like a soaker. And Monday's going to look every bit of a Monday on next Monday. So you might want to win one of our umbrellas. You might want that on that Monday. So tonight, 44, clear, cooling off. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 56 degrees. Clouds come out quickly for us on Thursday and 53 degrees. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. Rain kicks in Sunday, but mainly it's on St. Patrick's Day.
Alrighty, thanks again, Paul. The Clear Space Theater in Rehoboth Beach looking to build a new performing arts center. And you may remember this comes after ClearSpace abandoned plans to build a new center at the top of the avenue after massive opposition from neighbors. Now, a partnership between the theater and the city is up for discussion. City leaders say the proposal would lease the theater company a lot for $1 per year, and there would be a $1 million contribution from the city. In return, city leaders say they would earn money off parking at the new facility.
Through the market study work we've done, we've now brought the scope of our decision making down to a small number of sites, and this site is the one site in the 19971 zip code that is still currently under consideration.
Discussions about the proposal are expected to continue in the coming weeks. Back to Ocean City now. A group of protesters will be mixed in with parade goers this weekend. Starting this year, guests have to stay for at least 5 nights at short-term rentals. Town leaders say they approved this to keep neighborhoods family-friendly, but some property owners believe it's a case of government overreach, so they plan to protest along Coastal Highway this Saturday just before the St. Patrick's Day parade gets underway.
What you'll do away with are owners that want to rent some but use it. It's more of a second home. They rent a few weeks to help pay the high cost of taxes, insurance, and other bills down here.
And the group of protesters has also started a petition telling CoastTV they would like to bring Ocean City's new short-term rental rules to referendum. Still ahead tonight, uncertainty at the Department of Education as offices close and employees brace for mass layoffs. And also learning local history, a pop-up museum in Wicomico County teaching students about Native American heritage.
This week at Johnny Janosic, get bonus coupon savings of 15% off, 20% off, and for the first time ever, up to 25% off your purchase. Plus, 0% interest for 12 months. Going on now, only at Johnny Janosic.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Blooming Boutique. Fashion.
Come visit Blooming Boutique, 2 convenient locations in downtown Lewis, Longneck, and bloomingboutique.com. Remember, we carry resort wear all year long.
McMullen Septic Service. Inspection, that's our business. Pumping, that's our business. Installation, that's our business. Repair, that's our business. 3 generations and 70 years of experience. We do it all. Remember, every 2 to 3 years to pump your septic to keep things running smoothly. Serving Southern Kent and Sussex counties. Trust McMullen Septic Service for all your septic needs. Your business is our business.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Johnny Janosic knows that home is where family memories are made. Family owned and operated for over 70 years. We offer the best brands of furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices. Experience the difference at Johnny Janosic.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on CoastTV.
In Wicomico County today, an effort to educate students about local Native American heritage at Bennett Middle School in Fruitland. The Pocomoke Indian Nation believes local schools have not represented Native American history accurately, and they hope a presentation like today is part of a change. This pop-up museum was first displayed last November, and the Pocomoke Indian Nation says over 2,000 students and staff have experienced it. The tribe goes back centuries with a presence on most of southern Delmarva.
The importance of bringing local Native American history into the local schools is paramount in our mind, because so many of the curriculum in public schools today is very broad, teaches basically a monoculture, if you will, of Native American history.
Yeah, I want to learn more about them, because I feel like this exhibit was, I learned a lot, but I didn't learn that as much as I wanted to. But it was like really fun because we got to see like the sword, like the weapons they used.
And Howard says the ultimate goal is to have this kind of history become a standard part of the curriculum in schools. Department of Education offices will be closed for about a day and a half this week, with employees being told it's for security reasons. A memo to workers told them to vacate their offices Tuesday night and to work from home on Wednesday. They will return to the office on Thursday. Meanwhile, sources say the Education Department will begin sweeping layoffs this week. About 50% of the workforce expected to be cut. And speaking of the Department of Education, the department now investigating 60 colleges and universities over anti-Semitism claims. That's up from the 5 it said it was investigating early last month. They include 6 of the 8 Ivy League universities, including Columbia and Harvard. On Monday, the Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights sent letters to the colleges and universities warning them of possible consequences if they don't take adequate steps to protect Jewish students. Coming up in sports tonight, Delaware men's basketball just 1 win away from the NCAA tournament. Could the Blue Hens make it 5 wins in 5 days?
Here's a look at your golf forecast. Listen, we're expecting for fair conditions, actually. It's going to be chilly all day because we're only going to have a high of 51 degrees.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, learn the story of Ocean City's historic Henry Hotel and the man behind it. Plus, summer jobs by the beach, how you can join the lifeguard team. Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
When disaster strikes, Super Stew stands ready to restore your home and peace of mind. From fire, flood, or storm damage, Stewart Builders Group is your trusted local restoration expert. We'll handle the cleanup with veteran-owned J-Dog Junk Removal. Then Stewart Builders Group, your one-stop contractor here on the shore, will rebuild your home as good as new. For restoration, renovations, or home maintenance, trust the family-owned team that cares. J-Dog Junk Removal and Stewart Builders Group. Restoring homes, restoring hope. When disaster strikes, Super Stew can help you.
Spring is finally here, and with it comes the perfect opportunity for a fresh start. Don't waste your weekends scrubbing and dusting when Heather's Homeworks can do it all for you. From baseboards to ceiling fans, we provide thorough top-to-bottom cleaning to make your home sparkle. Since 2003, Heather's Homeworks has been the trusted choice for a cleaner, fresher home along the shore. Call today to learn more about our services.
What are you doing here? I'm here for your 6-month crawl space inspection. Come on, follow me. I should get out of these clothes. Believe me, my friend, it's perfectly clean down there. I can't stress the importance of having braziers monitor your crawl space. What is there to inspect? Your sub pump, your dehumidifier, and we inspect your whole crawl space for you. You can't beat that type of service, and there's no bugs down here. Which reminds me.
Son-in-law, is my room ready yet? Come on.
Absolutely.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
The Harry K. Foundation presents its annual chocolate crawl on Saturday, April 26th in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Enjoy delectable chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico. This is CoastTV News at 11.
The federal government no longer accepting orders for free at-home COVID-19 tests. That's according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The agency did not immediately respond to a question asking why ordering has been paused. It's also unclear if the program is shut down permanently. The HHS's covidtest.gov website said any orders that were placed before 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday will still be shipped out. At-home tests are still available at grocery stores and pharmacies. Well, spring is right around the corner, and some people may be looking forward to the flowers, the warmer weather. But if you're one of the millions of Americans who suffer from seasonal allergies, you may be dreading this time of year. And in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to an allergist about what to do now to prepare for spring allergies.
It's that time of year again. The flowers, the sun, the pollen.
If you wait until you start to have symptoms, those allergy cells are already starting to get unhappy.
That's why allergist Dr. Christopher Brooks with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says if you're one of the millions who suffer from spring allergies, prepare now to lessen and even prevent some symptoms before they get out of control. He says to begin using sprays. Saline can help clear the nasal passages, and a steroid nasal spray can help reduce inflammation.
Some of the generics are things like fluticasone or mometasone. So starting 1 or 2 sprays per nostril every day, a week before symptoms start, will be a great place to start.
If sprays aren't for you, Brooks says to start a long-acting antihistamine pill before symptoms start. And once pollen is in the air, check pollen forecasts, limit outdoor time at peak pollen time, continue taking allergy medications, especially ones prescribed to you, and practice good hygiene like washing hands and showering after being outside.
If they're keeping you from sleeping or keeping you from, living your fullest quality of life, I think it's a great idea to talk to your doctor, whether your primary care doctor or allergist, to look for next steps to help you make you feel better.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
One more miracle to get into the dance. That was the story tonight for Delaware men's basketball, looking for their 5th win in 5 days to clinch a spot in the NCAA tournament, and they'd have to go through UNC Wilmington. The Seahawks got ahead early and led by 8 at the half, but the Blue Hens showed their resolve. Caven Riley adds on to Delaware's first lead since the opening minutes, but the Seahawks come right back to the weight room. Kamar McGriff banks it in and ties things at 48 with 12.5 to go. Now, Delaware down 3. Riley flips in a wild reverse to cut it to 1 down the stretch. Blue Hens need a stop, and they lose Donovan Newby, and he hits the dagger. UNCW goes on to win the CAA title game and end Delaware's run 76-72. And the NFL free agency frenzy continues with the Philadelphia Eagles trading veteran safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson to the Houston Texans. The Birds get back offensive guard Kenyon Green, a former number 15 overall pick in the 2022 draft who struggled with injuries in 2023 and started 9 games this past year. Gardner-Johnson is the 6th member of the defense to depart this offseason. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
Next up, a Hollywood comedy legend leaves his mark, and we've got the details on when you can catch him here in Delaware.
Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Expert Wire is growing. With our new location now open in West Ocean City, Maryland, we're ready to power your homes and businesses in Ocean City, Ocean Pines, Berlin, and beyond. Need an upgrade? Whether it's a panel replacement, lighting installation, or smart home setup, we've got you covered. From new installations to emergency repairs, Expert Wire has you covered with fast, reliable service that keeps your home running smoothly. Call Expert Wire today or visit expertwire247.com. Leave the wiring to the experts and make it a powerful day.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Actor and comedian Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias made a big impression in Hollywood today. He wrote his name, then made handprints in cement outside the TCL Chinese Theater. He joins numerous other celebrities honored with hand and footprints in the sidewalk there, and he's one of the highest-grossing touring comedians in history. He is going to be performing in Delaware on July 20th at the Delaware State Fair in Harrington.
I didn't know Fluffy was the highest. Wow. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was that great. Congratulations to him. Glad we got him. Okay, so our Spicer Brothers camera in Salisbury. We're at 47 degrees right now. We're going to stay in the mid-40s for the rest of the night with mostly clear skies. And we're not going to see much in the way of cloud cover developing. By the way, our umbrella giveaway winner is Lynn Hormansky of South Bethany Beach. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Listen, if you need your forecast, you can give us a call. 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. A couple of things to keep in mind. We're going to be sunny for Wednesday again, but cloudy skies for Thursday and Friday. Saturday, the temperatures bump back up to the 60s, and then to the 70s we go on Sunday. But late Sunday going into Monday and all day Monday, looking like it right now. We're going to have rainy situations, so you might want to win one of our umbrellas. You can still enter it by going to our website.
Okay, thanks for the update, Paul, and thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.